This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by middleweight Danny Dignum. Danny, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. Very good.
Good.
Bacon.
Yeah, it's roasting, isn't it?
Uh,
Last time we saw you in action, I know you probably don't want to dwell on it too much, but it was against Zanibek Kanuli, that big title fight that you've been waiting for a long time. You were WBO #1, of course, for a while. Didn't go the way you would have wanted, of course. What are your kind of reflections on it?
Listen, I knew how good Johnny Bet was. I knew it was going to be a hard fight, but I just can't turn down the opportunity to fight him. It's a dream of mine to box for a world title. It's a dream of mine to win a world title, you know what I mean? But to box for a world title in Vegas, it was just an unbelievable experience. And look, I come up short. I come up badly short, you know what I mean? But I got to learn from it and improve and just come back from it, yeah.
What are the kind of lessons you can take from it?
There's a lot of things that you do differently, like through inexperience. You know, listen, we've never been out to America before and fought. You know, you go out there for a few weeks beforehand, and there's a few things that you do differently. But it was an unbelievable experience, and I'd do it all again tomorrow if I could. Do you know what I mean? And I just lost to the better man, but I'll be back. I will be back 100%.
In hindsight, would you have liked to have had a kind of bridge fight, if you like, between the level of opposition you were taking on to someone like Zanibek?
Yeah, of course. Look, I'm realistic. I know I've boxed at that level, and he was at that level. You know what I mean? Like I knew that I've boxed nowhere near the level that he is. Do you know what I mean? But I still fancied it. Do you know what I mean? I still thought that I'd do all right and things like that. But it was a big step up. Ideally, yeah, I would have liked to have another fight, like a good testing fight, and then jump in there. But I wasn't given that opportunity to have that. It was either, look, the fight's there with Johnny Beck. Do you want it? Yes or no? Of course, I said, yeah, 100%. I love it.
So what's the plan in terms of rebuilding now? Because I'm presuming you don't want to go back to the level you were boxing at before because you want to get motivated. You want to get up for the fights.
Yeah. Like you just said there, I want that fight in between what I've been boxing at to the Johnny Bet fight. I want them hard testing fights. Do you know what I mean? And I'm back in the gym. I'm back ticking over. I'm just waiting on Lee to give me a date, and then we'll sort out opponents from there. But that's what I need. I need that fight, that next level, and just build on that from there on.
It must be good that you're still managed by Lee Eaton, because when MTK shut down a little while ago, a lot of fighters were suddenly without a home managerially, but you've got that continuity.
Yeah, look, Lee's a very good manager, and everything that he said he was going to do is done for me. And yeah, listen, I couldn't ask for any better, really.
And have you got any eyes now on the domestic scene at all? And talking about, you know, Denzel Bentley's British champion, Linus Adofia came up short against him. Hamza Shiraz, who was in action at the weekends, just moved up. Any kind of interest in boxing those sort of guys?
Yeah, look, I would like to box domestically, really, for the next couple of fights. Put my name in the mix, maybe even try and win the British title. Yeah, I need them fights. They're the fights that I need. But we'll sit down with Lee and discuss a few things and see what's the best what's best for me. Do you know what I mean? So when we have that conversation, yeah, we'll see what the next move is.
Did you watch the show on Saturday?
What one?
The Warren one, Queensbury.
No, do you know what? My boxing is my whole life, and I don't really watch it, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Do you know what? Because I train like 3 times a day. My whole life revolves around boxing, and then sometimes I think, oh, do you know what? I don't even want to watch it sometimes.
I understand. I was going to ask you what you thought of Shiraz's fight up at middleweight, but obviously you haven't seen it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've not seen it. I see the result, and I see the highlights of the knockout, and yeah, he looked impressive. Like, he's a very good fighter.
Now, a fight that a lot of people are talking about being close to being done at the moment is Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Have you had any experience with either of those guys, like sparring, anything like that?
No, I've never sparred any of them boys, but it's an interesting fight, and it's a fight that I'd love to see happen. Like as a boxing fan, that is a fight that I would be tuning in for. Do you know what I mean? But I see Conor Benn in the gym the other day in Brentwood, and no one's saying nothing. You know what I mean? But I'd like that fight to happen, and I'll rate Conor Benn. I think he's a very good fighter. Look, I'll rate Chris Eubank as well. I think he's a good fighter, but Conor Benn's so improved, and I do believe that if the fight's at 155 and they put like a hydration clause in it, I could see Conor Benn winning it.
I think they were saying 156. This is all reported, but 156 has been agreed. But there's a bit of a sticking point over the rehydration clause. Yeah.
If there is a hydration clause, then I think Conor Benn. If Eubank's got to get the ring at 160, 161, I think Conor Benn beats him. But look, if there's no hydration clause, then Eubank could get in the ring at like 170, 172 or something like that, and I think that might be the big difference.
Could you make 156 for a big fight if you had to?
Depends how much money.
Because you're a big middleweight.
I'd have to if the money was there.
And a rehydration clause as well.
Yeah, I won't worry about that.
No. Jesus. I just wonder like how challenging it is for him, because he doesn't look like he's got much excess at 160.
No, Eubank's a complete, like, he's an athlete, and I can't imagine him blowing up in weight or anything like that. He lives the life, and I do think for him to make 156, I do think that'll take its toll on him.
When you hear about these kind of massive fights, all British, domestic rivalry, possibly in a stadium, whatever, does it kind of get your juices flowing? Would you like to have that big domestic rivalry?
Yeah, I'd love to have a big domestic fight. Not rivalry, I'm not too sure about that one, but yeah, a big domestic fight would be good for me, and it'd be good for like the middleweight division in the UK and that, wouldn't it?
So outside of boxing, while you've had a bit of not time off from the gym, but a little bit, maybe less time, tapering down a little bit since the fight, what have you been getting up to?
Not much really, just trying to relax, but it's hard to relax. I've got my baby's 1 next week, and it's hard to relax around there, but she's good as gold. I've just been spending time with my family. We went on a holiday, and I've just been ticking over in the gym really. Just I don't want to put on too much weight and get too unfit, because it just makes things 10 times harder for myself. So just been ticking over, enjoying time with my family. The weather's been lovely, a few barbecues, and yeah, it's been nice.
When did you say her birthday was?
Next week.
Oh, brilliant. What's her name?
Yeah. Poppy.
Happy birthday to Poppy.
No, thank you.
Great stuff. Mate, it's been a pleasure to catch up. Let's do it again when you've got a fight date in the books. And hopefully that's sooner rather than later.
Yeah, definitely, Dan. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Speak soon.
See you soon.